days ago, I took the bed off of this truck out there, long bed, and set it on a short bed frame. Now, I need to take 16 inches out of it. But what I'm going to tell you about today is removing the trim or molding that's on this. If it's in good shape at all, even if you don't plan on reusing it, it's worth some money. Just look up on LMC trucks and see what it sells for. So I'll show you how to take this off of here without damaging it. Well, I got it into the garage. That was a trick. The brakes don't work. So I got the bed hanging from the ceiling. It's a little off balance. Got a little too much weight on the back of it. Here's the rig I got on the inside of the bed. These are Harbor Freight dollies that I used under the wheels, and they don't work great, but they work. Here's pretty much all you need to do the removal of the molding. A Phillips screwdriver, a socket, 11/32, a nut driver, 11/32, comes in handy, and some sort of pry bar, maybe something a little better than this one. One of the first things you're going to need to do to get access to the clips that are holding this on is remove this tail light. So there's 3 of these kind of nuts up in there. They take in a 11/32 socket. I'm gonna go ahead and spray some WD-40 on them. Okay, I've put an extension on there so I can reach it better. I've also got a little nut driver here that's short enough to fit in there real good. And yeah, I can work it. Nice. In the corner of this trim, there's a push-in holder right here. I'm also going to remove this lens. So now I can raise this up just far enough to get this apart. These are all undone. And I'm going to pry this clip out down here. So this pry bar is not the most ideal device to use, but I believe it'll work. It did, popped right out. So here's those clips, and to get those out, you just bring this spring out and they just twist out. Now if you're installing new ones, fit that down in the channel, bring the spring clip, there you go, now it's in place. And you can slide it to wherever you need it at this point. The top trim piece is held on with nylon clips every so far. And we should be able to get them off of that. There we go, it's working. Now I did the other side, and I know somewhere in here there's a metal clip that's a little harder for it to get off of. So I've got everything loose except for one clip somewhere in the middle. So what I've done is slid this all the way back. And once I got all the way back there, for whatever reason, it came off of the metal clip. Oh, I discovered something. With the inner fender plastic guard removed, you can reach up in this fender well, and behind this metal clip, that 11/32 nut will fit right on there. And that's removable. So, remove this before you do the chrome. There we go. So all the nylon clips down the side of this look to be the same, except for the one that's in the very front. It's a little narrower. To remove these clips, the best thing I've found is just take a piece of wood and a hammer and gently tap, and they come right off. That's what they look like. All these plastic or nylon hold-on devices are held on by a stud. I'm not sure how that stud is on there, but if I don't use the trim, those studs will be removed. So the end of this bottom piece is held on with a narrow plastic or nylon device. Then there's like 3 screw-on clamps in here, and over the fender well, these are all push-in. Then a couple more screw-ons. So while I was undoing all these screws, the nylon clip just kind of came off. Now over the fender well here, push-ons. So a little recap on the bottom here. You had a nylon clip, screw, screw, screw. This was push-in, so you had 4 push-ins across the top of the fender. This one had to be unscrewed from the back, this one from the back. You had a nylon clip right here, a screw from the back, and 3 more nylon clips. Here's the trim pieces that came off the back of the tailgate. They're pretty easy to get undone. On the top one you have screws. You have screws behind the end right here that you have to unloosen from the back. And then it's just nylon clips on these pins. And the bottom one has screws that go through the trim and hit it right here with nylon clips on these pins. And then the Ford emblem, there's just 6 screws that you get from the inside of the tailgate. So if you're working on one of these trucks, do yourself a favor and take your time. Salvage what you can. Be sure and come back in a couple of weeks and see how I remove the 16 inches out of here.
Marvelous.